This is World of Tank news for May 22, 2020. The first big news is a new line of German tank destroyers. These vehicles are based on the Panther, or I guess perhaps Leopard chassis. They have been researched by the research team for wargaming. And they do have double barrel guns that they've also researched, but the double barrel guns would not be within the first 10 tiers of tanks. It would be beyond that. See over here, uh, you'll see it says Tank Destroyer Tier 11. So they do have a little tech tree over here. You can go look at it. It's on the Project 42 page. And they do have things like hit points and penetration and things like that. This is a new vehicle, the Object 780. It's a Tier 10 vehicle, and this is the Valiant, which is a British medium tank. They are moving away from Tier 8 premium tanks because there's too many in the game. On the NA server, we have the Chieftains Challenge. This is something you have to sign up for. You have to go and click on a button. The winning team gets a prize, and you're automatically assigned to a team. If your account is flagged as someone who was involved with the military, you get put on one team, and if not, you get on the other team. And it is scaled, so the military team is smaller. You have to play. They're going to be averaged out. Frontline 2020 starts on the 25th. Oh, also, we have crew members that expire. If you've got crew members from the Holiday Ops 2020, there's 4 of them that you should recruit before May 25th. Otherwise, they will expire forever. World of Tanks Salute is probably a military program for Canada. They've got a new Recruit a Friend program. You have 2 premium tanks you can choose from. We've got the On Track to the T100LT, which I think is also for Europe. The T-78 is a vehicle that you can purchase, which is an American tank destroyer. It's not a high-rated tank destroyer, kind of like a Hellcat or a Wolverine. There is the Act 2 for the 10-year anniversary. You can go through, and there is a video about what the developers were going through many years ago. I didn't think it was that interesting. You've probably seen already that you can honk in-game by pressing the K key, and many of you know that you could have won the IS-2 Shielded in the Road to Berlin event. The new update 1.9, is it 2 that is coming out? 1.9.1, nothing really that interesting on that server. We've got the Fury on the EU server, the T100LT again on the EU server. The Asia server has the ISU 152K that you can buy in the premium shop. So if you're interested in that type of vehicle, you can go look at it, but it's not for sale on the other servers yet. Obviously, there is a developer's live stream. Okay, so this is a great video over here. This is about the 152K. This is a really cool video. It's on the Asia news server. It's about the Ghost Town map. It's an interesting read, and I did not read it, but it looks like an interesting read, so you might want to check that out. For the RU server, there is the War Spot video, which is this one highlighted here. This is the side armor on a Sherman tank. And there was a competition, which is Miss World of Tanks. So this you find on the War Spot website. These are some of the entries into the Miss World. This is the favorite one that I saw. If you want to see the entries, you can go to the RU server. This was, I believe, the winning entry. So Sircon did a stream with one of the developers. The only thing interesting that came out is that British wheeled vehicles are being considered, which I believe we discussed a few issues ago in World of Tank News on my website. And they do want to make it easier to stop wheeled vehicles, but they have to wait until the gameplay changes because they don't want to do it right now. They want to wait until the meta balances out. Everything else is not really that interesting. There is a trade-in on the NA server. I have used it before, but I do have most of the premium tanks. There's new bounty equipment coming out. It looks like the stabilizer. It's also known as trophy equipment. The reason some people will say that this is not good because you can just use the bonded equipment, but the reason why it's good is because you can demount it for gold, which means it's really cheap. It costs you like 4 cents to demount it. And if you want to switch it between tanks, it's really cool, really easy. So that's why you want to get this equipment. I'm sorry, I didn't read a status report to see what was already new. She always has something interesting. We've got nothing interesting on WOT leaks or WOT clue. For WG status, there was nothing unusual with the servers. All the servers had good performance, with the exception of World of Tank Blitz. World of Tank Blitz, okay, it's not pulling it up. It was just there, but World of Tank Blitz has been having problems for many weeks now. You can see there's a lot of packet loss. And unfortunately, I'm not able to play because there's a lot of packet loss on the Asia server. You still got a chance on tankrewards.com to win an AT-15A, a Poodle, or an M4 improved premium tank. On my site, I do surveys. Which map should be brought back to the game? These were all maps that began with the letter S. People chose Swamp, although I would like to play on Severogorsk again. I got a bunch of gun marks. Which of the following is the best crew skill or perk? People chose 6 cents. I got a couple more gun marks a couple days ago. Which of the following is the best inscription? People chose Jaeger, which is Hunter. This last one here at the bottom is the name of a Russian military official. This is something that I can't say. The video will get banned, but you're welcome to search for it on Google. This is another gun mark I got. Which equipment do you advise your girlfriend to use when she plays heavy tanks? Most people chose the gun rammer. Because I'm a older individual, I went with the vertical stabilizer. Which city has the lowest ping time to the EU server cluster? People chose Kharkov. I was a little bit surprised. I expected Paris to be the number one answer. Which of the following is a good name for the dog? I predicted people would choose Dicker Max. Ferdinand came in a distant second. Which commander most likely to reach general and front lines? Obviously, Patton. General Patton came out number one. General Sherman, a distant second. These are all generals that have tanks named after them. Which is the best German tank? People chose what is known as the Minnie Mouse, which is a 38H. These are actually, none of these are German tanks. They were all captured tanks. The Fs are French tanks. The T is a Czechoslovakian tank. A few more gun marks. Which of the following is undeniably the best tank? People chose the T-29. These are all ambiguous because the T-28, the T-29, and the T-34 are in the American and the Russian tank tree. The T-92 is both a light tank and a Tier 10 SPG, and the FV-215B could be either a heavy tank or a tank destroyer. Which is the best crew member? People chose commander. I do think the driver and gunner is really important. Another mark of excellence I got this week, the Valiant. This is, I believe, the camo from the Russian sci-fi film. Which is the best carbonated beverage? I would choose Dr. Pepper. Looks like Coca-Cola came out number one with Pepsi close second. Which of the following tanks is the best? The 113 used to be the best tank, heavy tank in the game, but now it's way down there with tanks like the Object 260. These are all Chinese tanks with a number between 110 and 121. This is obviously a picture of a cat. Which automobile company makes the best cars? People chose Skoda. These are all companies that make cars and have tanks in the game. Which of the following real life people would make the best radio operator? People chose Robert Weston Smith, who is Wolfman Jack, and corporate Walter O'Reilly is Radar O'Reilly from MASH. What is the name of your favorite child? People chose Matilda. This is a skin you can play, and Normandy came out the best map on Frontline. This is my blog, which is wat.blog.cheapbooks.com. I do have announcements such as the recruits that are expiring this week. I do have RNG videos and highlights, and I have videos from top streamers such as Des Games. The War Gods are SPG highlights from WOTreplays.com. So you see tanks, SPGs jumping off of cliffs, drowning tanks, all sorts of replays like that. If you have any questions or comments, please post below.